Bill, episode
1,065,206.
Every game on the weekend was exactly how everyone predicted. No one really cared.
Besides that Ravens-Buffalo game could have won anyway. I think it was a toss-up, but I thought Buffalo was going to win. But
Everyone did.
all right, we'll just talk about the games in order. So the first game that we had was the Packers game, the Rams. That was more of a
Boring game that everyone knew.
Everyone knew it was going to happen. Aaron Rodgers played good. You know, he's just going to lose another NFC championship, in my opinion. So, have your fun, Aaron.
I don't know about that. But...
Okay. Talk about the next game that night. It was Buffalo and Baltimore. And we witnessed that Lamar Jackson has no help as a whole.
They're going to sign Allen Robinson. It would be fine.
They need Lamar's
Or Kenny Galladay.
Lamar with talent around him will be a top 3 quarterback in the league. We've all seen
he
his
already
speed.
is, but...
Right, he already is. His talent's there. He just has no help, all right? It makes him look bad, and I don't like that. But for now on, you're 1-3 in the playoffs. Your name's Lamar, so that's your name. Until you get a serious Super Bowl contending team, but your team isn't that bad. But, actually, their defense is pretty good. But other than that, how many points did Buffalo have that game?
Sucks.
He stinks. He can't catch the ball. Butterfingers. We got Butterfingers in this league all the time now. We'll go to that early game, the 3:05 game on Sunday, and you give your thoughts, because look what jersey you're wearing right now. So you give your thoughts on it.
I mean, I was mad for the first 10 seconds after the game, and then I was like, it's the Chiefs. So.
Well, I mean, when you look at those type of games, because as a Steelers fan, you know, I was mad for the first 10 minutes, and you realize you're just like, did I really want to win this? I mean, I obviously wanted to win the game.
Steelers fans were mad.
I wasn't mad.
I don't want to hear any of that.
I wasn't mad. I was only mad the first quarter. I don't think it was as bad as you think it was for some people. Obviously, I think that if we played you guys again, it wouldn't be that outcome again. It's just turnovers lose you football games, and you can't turn over the ball.
It would be worse beatdown, I think, if they played again.
No way. You can't pay me to say that.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Dwayne Haskins is the savior of them.
No, we'll have just you'll see. Haskins may be a backup, but that's all. So the next game was that late night game, which was a boring game, the 6:40 game, Saints Buccaneers.
I didn't even watch that game.
I watched it. You know, I watched. I saw Michael Thomas had he had an ankle injury he's getting surgery on, and something in his rib cage or something. He's getting 2 surgeries done. So he hasn't been playing 100%, and Michael Thomas, in my opinion, is still top 3 receiver in the league, top 4. You know what I mean? He's still a stud. You know, he's not been 100% at all this year. So I'm not gonna. This year's more of a throwaway year. Julio, you can see it's kind of going downhill for him because he's getting old. Injuries are coming along. You know, it's just not looking good for him. But Michael Thomas, I think he's okay. He'll be all right. He's a good receiver.
It'll be fun if they can get a. If
So,
Jameis Winston can play good.
Our games are the Chiefs and the Bills, Packers, and Buccaneers.
There'll be some good games.
What are you thinking?
Sure. I'm going on Packers. I know you're going to go Buccaneers because that was your Super Bowl pick, I think.
Yes, it was my Super Bowl pick. It was the Steelers Buccaneers, but that was just my fan favorite. But obviously, if I had to choose one, I think I said Ravens Buccaneers or Chiefs Buccaneers. But I obviously thought the Buccaneers were going to
Mine was Bills Packers since week 10.
Right. Okay. I mean, that's whatever. I thought Buccaneers were always going to go because you get one of the best athletes ever on your team, top 2 in my opinion. Him and Jordan. And obviously,
Tiger Woods.
Tiger Woods and all those guys are up there too. But if you're talking about how hard it is to win a Super Bowl, and you've won 6 of them, and maybe 7.
He has nothing to prove either.
Nothing. He's the GOAT of football. We all know that. You can't argue that. You can't tell me Joe Bummy Montana is better than Tom Brady. You can't.
He played 80 years ago. Too.
Right, played 80 years ago against my dad. All right, relax. Okay, this guy's going against professional athletes where every sport has excelled with athletes because it's just unreal athletes that you never thought you'd see, like DK Metcalf and those kind of guys.
Yeah.
There's all those guys that are just freakish athletes. They were going against dad bod people. That's what I'm trying to say. All right, so that's why I think Tampa Bay has the lean because their offense is clicking more. They just got to get more. I think their defense is okay, but if you want to beat that Green Bay team, you got to score with them, and you got to slow them down, which is hard to do with Devontae Adams.
Anybody's slowing down Aaron Rodgers. I don't care how good the Bucs defense is.
Well, guess what? Aaron Rodgers, every game that he goes to the NFC Championship, he throws at least 1 pick, and I've looked at like his last career playoff games. Maybe I think it was Tuesday. Some of those stats are a little rough on him. You know, he's had games where he threw 0 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. There's no way you could tell me that he should have lost to the Falcons, 49ers twice, and who was it? The Giants, maybe? Seahawks, you're right. Okay, those 4 teams. I think he's 1-4 in NFC Championship games, and he only beat the Bears when he threw 2 picks, and his defense saved them because they had a pick 6. So that's my opinion. I need to see more from Aaron Rodgers as a whole when it comes to the bigger games in the playoffs rather than the divisional rounds and wild cards or whatever. I want to see what you can do because if I do think that if the Packers or Buccaneers go to the Super Bowl, they're going to win it. I don't know why. I'm not a big NFC guy because I think the AFC teams are still better.
The NFC's kind of weak this year.
I do too. But the way that I've been seeing Tom Brady play, he's been playing with a chip on his shoulder. He's going to go prove Belichick wrong. You know, he's going to play good. He's going to go out and win. He's way more weapons. Gronk looks really good still. You know, but you just got to have your defense ready to play. All right, we'll talk about that other game, which will be, I think, is maybe a better game.
If Mahomes plays.
Buffalo and the Chiefs. Yeah. If Mahomes doesn't play, I'm obviously going to take the Bills. But if Mahomes does play, it's hard not to bet against Kansas City. I'm going to go Kansas City if Mahomes plays. But
honestly, against the Browns, though, I mean, until they fumbled the game away and that last drive with Higgins got cheap shotted, I guess. I don't really care. I mean, but until then, the Chiefs they weren't really dominating.
I think
until after that, all the morale went away.
I think the score would have been higher if Mahomes would have played the last quarter. But I mean, I wouldn't say anything negative about the Browns because they played good. But stuff happens.
I'm just saying that the Bills' offense is even better than the Browns' offense. So
the Bills' offense has no run game and they're good still. So I don't know how that works because Stephon Diggs is a stud.
Right.
He's very underrated.
Josh Allen is their run game.
As much as I hate saying, I mean, he's underrated in my opinion. Stephon Diggs. I don't know how he's underrated.
Top 5.
He's 5 or 4. He's up there.
He's definitely not 5. So he's top 5. He's definitely not 5.
You think so? You think he's higher?
3, 4.
Do you think he's higher than Michael Thomas?
Right.
Well, as of this
now,
year, right now, I put him over Julio and
I put him over Michael Thomas.
I put him at the top 3. You're right. I think Devontae Adams right now is the best receiver in football. I think we can all agree with that.
I said that months ago on our list.
You did. But yeah, I mean, that's the episode. We'll do our Super Bowl predictions next week in our last episode of the NFL series.
Well, yeah, when it's the Bills and the Packers next week, we'll do our predictions.
I'm going to go to Tampa and Kansas City, so we're the opposite. So maybe we'll split 50-50. Maybe one of us is right, one of us is wrong.
I can definitely see Tampa winning, though. For real.
Yeah, I can too.
I'm saying Packers.
Alrighty. Well, Dylan Bill's out. Peace out.
Easy episode.
How quick was that, huh? Let's see.